How's it going tonight, guys? I am stoked to bring you another episode of Lights, Camera, Action. Tonight's episode is going to be about a really fun video, guys. A really fun movie from my childhood, actually. And as you can see, it's Toy Story. You can't get any better than Buzz and Woody, guys. And especially for some lessons that are going to be taught too. I was thinking about it, and this one I actually had to really think about because Toy Story it's a very fun, a fun film. It's not something that necessarily you go sit down with Toy Story and you're like, okay, what lessons can I learn from it? And so I had to really think about it and rack my brain. You could ask my wife. I was probably like 10 minutes before I just even came up with anything, that I was just sitting there thinking about it. Maybe like, yeah, right about 10 minutes, I'd say. And usually I'm pretty quick at, oh yeah, this one. It's more of a challenge for me to pick which lesson I want to choose or teach rather than finding a lesson. But when I really thought about it, I came up with some really, really good ones. So if you guys don't know, if you haven't seen Toy Story, go see it. You need to complete your life, complete that hole that's missing in your heart, and go see Toy Story. I'll be honest right off the bat with you. But Toy Story is about toys that come alive when their owners leave. So, I mean, Andy is the main human in the movie, and he's got all these toys. He's a young boy. He's got all these toys that he plays with all the time. Army Men. He's got a piggy bank. He's got a little Slinky dog. Little Bo Peep, he's got a Woody doll, all types of different things, okay? And what ends up happening is Woody is kind of king of the jungle, so to speak. He's the number one toy, the head honcho. He's kind of in charge of everything. He is a sheriff, so he's the sheriff essentially of this group, in charge of this group. And life is going good. Woody loves it. It starts out in the movie with Andy just playing with Woody, and they're just having a good old time, doing all types of stuff together. And I mean, it's just a blast to watch them. Well, lesson number one, very first thing that happens in the movie, essentially, the whole plot to it, is all of a sudden Andy has a birthday. And when Andy has a birthday, he gets all these toys. And the new toy, the biggest, most amazing new toy that he gets is a Buzz Lightyear action figure. It's amazing. I mean, Buzz, he's got a laser that shoots. He's got buttons that make him talk. He's got this little visor that flips up. He's got wings that pop out. All types of crazy stuff. And he's a space ranger. He's a really cool. He's totally different from, out in space. He fights aliens. He fights evil galactic lords. He does all these cool stuff. Well, it's a challenge for Woody. So Woody's just going through this life. It was just awesome. And all of a sudden, something just gets thrown in there. A curveball gets thrown at him. And that's lesson number one, guys, is we've always got to be ready for the curveballs in life. Don't ever think that life is perfect and it's going to stay perfect. Because wherever you're at, whatever you're doing right now, even though it seems perfect, even though it seems like you're in bliss, seems like nothing can go wrong, something will go wrong. And I don't say that to be mean. I don't say that to be negative to you. I don't say that to try to bring your mood down. It's just something we've got to be ready for. In life is a roller coaster. It goes up and it goes down. It goes up and it goes down. And we've just got to be ready for the down parts. We've got to be ready to take, all the good with the bad, all the bad with the good. And it's something that Woody was not prepared for. It really ticks him off. He gets mad, and him and Buzz had this rivalry. And it actually causes, as they go on throughout the movie, causes them to get, carried out of the house. They get knocked out of the window, all this crazy stuff. Somehow they end up at what is it called? Pizza Planet. It's, honestly, if you haven't seen it, the closest thing to compare it to would be like Chuck E. Cheese's. But it's a way cooler version of Chuck E. Cheese's, I think. And they're there, and it's all space stuff. And, Buzz is going around, he's trying to find stuff, and they end up getting caught in this other kid. They get caught over at his house, you know, and this kid tortures toys. Honestly, that's the only way to say it, and it sounds almost kind of silly to say it that way, but he really does. He, pops heads off of one, puts it on the other. He'll put firecrackers on them. At one point in the movie, he actually straps Buzz to this giant firecracker that's supposed to shoot up in the air and just blow up. It's like a rocket. Honestly, it's even gone on there. Do not let kids play with it and all this stuff. So he's really. He's a really violent kid is probably the easiest way to say it with his toys. And that leads us to lesson number 2, which I think is huge. Okay, this is the one that took me so long to come up with, guys. This one is something that everybody needs to know. This is something that everybody needs to learn. This is something that everybody should be focusing on doing more of in their life. And that is not to judge and not to put down, not to hurt other people. Because this kid, he goes around and he's very, just blowing up toys, burying them in, he's got a sandbox in the back and they're buried in that. Switching parts out all the time, just doing all this crazy stuff with them. And everybody just knows him as, the kid that breaks stuff, the kid that, treats toys really bad. And the lesson here is the fact that we can't be treating other people bad. We can't, I don't care what it is in life, guys. I don't care if somebody disagrees with you. I don't care if they're mean to you, they're nasty to you. I don't care what's wrong. We shouldn't ever be treating them terrible. I understand that sometimes there's people that we need to remove from our life because they're toxic, they're negative, they bring us down, they hurt us in some way, and we need to remove ourselves from them, but that's different than treating them bad. We should never be vindictive. We should never be going out trying to hurt somebody else, regardless of what they've done to you. You shouldn't be going out judging other people. There should never be a time where you look at people and you just say, oh my gosh, I hate those people so much that I'm going to do everything I can to hurt them. We should always be looking at other people and trying to, leaders, okay, and this is something I think whenever you're trying to be successful, you're trying to be a leader. Maybe not like look at me, I'm in charge type of leader, but you're trying to lead your circle. You're trying to lead people to a better place, okay, when you're trying to learn success principles. And so leaders see the best in somebody when they can't see it. They don't see you, leaders don't just see you for what you are, they see you for what you can become. And that's so vital to this, this lesson is so vital to that concept, that principle, guys, is that whenever you're looking at somebody, when you're looking at a group of people, a friend, a family member, an acquaintance, a work buddy, whatever it is, you've got to be looking at what they can become. You got to be looking at their potential. You got to be looking at how much good they could be bringing into this world. And when you do that, you see them differently. They could do something that's going to really upset you. It might upset you in the moment, but you're going to think about it after a couple of minutes after you cool down and say, you know what? Whatever. It's okay. I'll live. But we've got to do that, guys. I see so many times in this world especially that so many people, they're just negative. They're just always, trying to hurt somebody. They're always trying to get somebody back. They're always judging somebody. They're always putting somebody down. And the thing is, when you're successful, when you're happy, when you're motivated, when you're inspiring to other people, all you do is lift them up. You lift them up. I heard this quote one time. It said, leaders only look down on somebody in order to lift them up to where they're at. And I had a picture of somebody just bending over to reach down and grab somebody and pull them up to where they are. I want you to keep that in mind. Never look down on somebody. Never judge somebody. Never put somebody down. Regardless of what they've done. Regardless of who they are. Regardless of what they think, they feel, they've made you feel. Don't do it. And that's so, those two principles, guys, Be ready for the storms that are going to come in your life. Be ready for the curveballs. Be ready for the negative things that will try to throw you off. But don't treat other people wrong. Don't be so focused on the negative. Don't be so focused on the storm that you start treating other people terrible. Don't be so focused on negative things that you treat other people less than you treat yourself. Sometimes some of us need to learn to apply that principle for ourselves as well. We treat other people so amazing, but then the self-talk, the things that we say to ourselves, we look in the mirror at ourselves and we say, what are you doing? Why did you do that? Why did you mess up? Why did you think that? Why did you raise your hand and speak up? Why did you think that you could be somebody great? We talk so bad to ourselves. We need to remember that we're not just treating other people great. We're not just looking at what other people's potential is. We're doing the same for ourselves, because you are worthy for success. You are worthy to have your goals, and you are worthy to be where you're at and to be where you want to go. We all have the potential to grow better and stronger and just grow into a better person. We just got to realize that, and we have to stop judging ourselves and stop judging those around us. Guys, those are my 2 lessons for you today. Those are phenomenal things that you should keep in mind all the time. Go back, watch Toy Story, because it's an amazing movie, and just look at the lessons that are there. You guys have an amazing night, and look forward to next Tuesday for another episode of Lights, Camera, Action.